Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha. Tam Yat Smudrasya Himadreschaiva Dakshinam Varsham Tad Bharatam Nama Bharati Yatra Santatihi. Welcome to all for this session on Skanda Purana to chapter 2 of the Kaumarika Khanda under Maheshwara Khanda. In the previous chapter, we have seen the story of the five great tirthas in the southern sea somewhere near the Gujarat today, and there Partha, the Arjuna, he came to take a holy dip into that, where he find those five crocodiles and pull them onto the shore, and they turn themselves into great damsels who are actually cursed to become the crocodiles, and then they left for the heaven with their own abode, and before they leave for the abode, Narada was coming nearer to them, and they told Partha to know completely about those five great tirthas from Narada. Pruta then continued the story. Thereupon the son of Pandu approached Narada, who was adored by Devas and surrounded by Brahmanas. He made obeisance to all and grasped their feet. Then Narada said to him, O Dhananjaya, be victorious over your enemies. May your mind be inclined towards virtue and pity as well as respectfulness towards Devas and Brahmanas. Engaged in this journey of pilgrimage lasting for 12 years, O heroic warrior, I hope you are not tired and afflicted, nor have you become desperately furious. Even the minds of sages, O son of Pandu, became tired and afflicted by journeys of pilgrimage. They become desperately furious, despite its being the cause of obstacles to spiritual welfare. O son of Pandu, are you not in the way affected by this defect? In this connection, we have heard this Gatha sung by Angirasa. Observe here, usually whenever we visit holy spots, it's natural to get disturbed. And that clearly shows that our senses are not in our control and we need to work towards that. Only he whose hands, feet, and mind are well restrained, and those whose rights are all devoid of aberrations, derives benefit from visiting the holy places. If our senses are in our control, whenever we visit the holy places, we should not have lost our mood or get irritated or agitated. So that is actually the true yatra or tirtha yatra. This fact should be borne in mind by you, oh dear one. What do you think? Your brother is Yudhishthira and your friend is Keshava. Hence, it is proper that you should be virtuous. Further, this is but proper that men should be guided and trained by Brahmanas. We are indeed the preceptor and instructors in virtue and pity, established therein by Vishnu. We hear this gatha sung by Vishnu in the connection in regard to Brahmanas. I am Vaikuntha, listening to my spotless Vaikuntha, listening to my spotless immortal fame is like a holy day. It immediately sanctifies the universe down to Chapacha, one who took the box for flesh like Chandala. I have attained fame as Sutirtha, holy and pious one through you. So I will not hesitate to cut even my own arm if it were to be adverse towards those Brahmanas. This is what was being told by the Kesava. We shall say something pleasing to you, O son of Pratha. All of those whom you desire to be happy and prosperous are so, namely the Yadavas and Pandavas. Now, at the bidding of Dhritarashtra, Veeravarma, the king who had harassed Kurus, has been killed by Bhimasena. Indeed, he had been invincible to all the kings like powerful Bali of good old days. In the manner in which a thorn is removed by another thorn, Dhritarashtra conquered him through Bhimasena. On hearing these and other words uttered by Narada, Falguna or Arjuna became extremely joyous. He said, when can there be absence of welfare in their caves? They always abide by the opinions and suggestions of Brahmanas. They are the adorers of Brahmanas. I too am going on pilgrimage to holy places with mental restraint in accordance with my ability. Because to perform the Tirtha Yatra, one should have such kind of a mental restraint. I came to this Tirtha. There is a great joy in my heart. Best indeed is the visit to the Tirthas. A holy dip in them is all the more so. Listening to the greatness is still further so, as even sage Aurva has said once. Hence, O sage, I wish to hear the good features of these tirthas. Along with this alone, could it be listened to as to why pilgrimage has been accepted by you, O sage? You have wandered in the three worlds, hence you know all the essential things. I consider this tirtha better than the other tirthas because this is been honored by you. When Naradas replied, this is proper on your part, O son of Pratha. Possessing good qualities that you require, inquire about the merits. Only meritorious persons can befittingly listen to the merits arising from holy rites. Time is spent every day by good men in listening to holy rites and devout activities, as well as in praying and eulogizing while the whole life is spent by sinners in evil conversations, the idle talk every day, so I shall glorify the many merits of this Tirtha. On hearing the same, you will know that what has been accepted and adopted by me is proper. Formerly, O son of Pritha, in the course of my wanderings in the three worlds as the follower of Kapila, I went to the world of Brahma, where I saw the grandfather of the three all the world, Brahma, devoid of impurities and surrounded by saintly kings, celestial sages, as well as by embodied and unembodied beings, shone like the moon surrounded by the stars. I bowed down to him. I was offered welcome by means of a glance. I sat there joyously along with Kapila. In the meantime, his spies and emissaries came there. They were sent every day by Brahma to visit whole of the universe. They bowed down and looked at their seats with his gracious glances as sweet as nectar. He seemed to flood them as he spoke thus. What are those places you have wandered over? What are the wonderful things seen or heard by you? Count them, merit cruise on listening to them. When this was said by the Lord, a person named Sushravas, who was considered to be their leader, bowed down to Brahma and spoke thus. Our submission of information in front of the Lord is like showing a lamp in front of the sun. Still, the matter must be reported by me as I have been urged by you for the sake of others. After listening to and understanding many holy rites and pious pursuits, a sage named Katyayana wanted to know the essence, performed a penance standing on a single bed row for 100 years. Thereupon a celestial voice spoke to him, O Katyayana, listen, as sage Saraswata on the banks of river Saraswati, he is conversant with Dharma. He will explain to you the essential features to be achieved through Dharma. On hearing this, the excellent sage, would you approach that renowned leading sage, bent down his head, touching the ground, and asked him by what he had in his mind. Some praise worth, others praise penance. Some people praise truth, others praise the penance and cleanliness. Some praise Sankhya system of philosophy, others speak high of the yoga system. Some praise forgiveness and forbearance as well as excessive straightforwardness. Some praise of the vow of silence. Some say that learning is the greatest thing. Some praise perfect knowledge. Some people praise excellent detachment. Some know the holy rites of Agnistoma as the greatest thing. Some praise the knowledge of Atman, whereby one views a clod of earth, a stone, and a lump of gold alike. When this is the position in the world, people are deluded and perplexed in the matter what should be done and what should not be done. They begin to argue as to which is the best one among these and contributes the most towards our welfare. It behoves you to say which of these is the greatest thing to be pursued by noble souls. O sage, conversant with Dharma, which is the thing that achieves all objectives. Saraswata then replied, I shall speak about essence that what Saraswati had told me. Listen to it. Entire universe is of the nature of a shadow. Origin and destruction are its characteristic features. It is transitory, like the bending and breaking, that is, knitting of the eyebrows by a courtesan. Wealth, life, youth, and worldly pleasures are unsteady, like reflection of the moon in water. After pondering over this intelligently, one should resort to Stanu, that is Shiva, the deity, and the Dana, which is the holy rite of charitable gifts. A person inclined towards the right of dana is not liable to commit sin. So says the Shruti. Similarly, the Shruti ours that a devotee of Stanu, that is Shiva, does not undergo frequent births and deaths. Listen to two gathas formerly proclaimed and sung by Savarni. The Lord whose vehicle is the bull is veritable Dharma indeed. That Mahadeva is crowned, he is honored and adored. He is called the greatest Dharma. Only Lord Hara redeems one from the ocean of worldly existence where one gets immersed in its waters. Where misery is the whirlpool, darkness is terrible, dharma and adharma constitutes the waters, anger is the marsh and mud, arrogance and inebriation is the crocodile, greed, cause of all pain and difficulty is the bubble and false pride, and prestige is the majestic depth extending as far as the nether worlds, but it is adorned with the vehicle of Swaguna. That means one can cross such a ocean with the help of Swaguna. Though the body is akara, that is worthless, one must extract the essence from it. Namely, dana means charitable gift, vrata means vrata means good conduct or holy observance, vacha, that is of word auspicious, truthful, and pleasing words, kirti, the fame, dharma, the virtue, ayusha, that is ayus, that is longevity or means of increasing longevity, such as use of medicinal herbs and yogic procedures, etc., and paropakarana, rendering help to the others. Attachment of virtue, anxiety for renown, good indulgence in charitable gifts, absence of interest and attachment in the sensual objects. If one gets all these, one has attained the benefit of one's birth. In this country called in this country called Bharata, after taking the birth as a man, which is not stable and permanent, if one does not pursue activities conducive to the welfare of Atman is indeed deceived by him. Human birth is difficult to be obtained by even devas and asuras. After pertaining this, one should perform those things which would prevent him from falling into the hell. Human birth is the root of everything. It is conducive to the achievement of all aims. Even if you have put in no effort to gain anything, at least save the capital by all means. The ship of your body has been bought by you at a great cost of merit in order to cross the ocean of misery. Cross it the, before your boat breaks. Even after obtaining a body having no malady or defect, which is very difficult to get, if one does not get away from the world, he becomes a slayer of Atman, the basest man. Ascetics perform penance, sacrificing priests perform havana, and charitable gifts are given. All these are eagerly pursued for the sake of obtaining the other world. Katyayana then asked, of these two, namely charitable gifts and penance, O Holy Lord, which is more difficult, which yields greater benefit after death? O Saraswata, please tell that. Saraswata then replied, there is nothing more difficult to perform on the earth than dana, the charitable gift. O sage, which is perceived directly with the world as a witness, abandoning, that is risking their own dear life. When people do abandon or risk their own life for the sake of wealth, they enter the oceans, forests, and mountains out of greed. They face the great dangers therein. Others adopt service which is known as Swavritti, canine way of life. Others pursue agricultural activities involving great strain and much violence. It is very difficult to give up the wealth that has been acquired with great pain and strain, which is more important and beloved than the vital airs, and which has been obtained by means of hundreds of strenuous exertion. Whatever a rich person donates as a gift, or whatever he enjoys and consumes, is the real asset of the man. For after his death, other persons amuse and enjoy themselves with the women folk and the riches of the dead man. I consider the person who begs day by day as my preceptor because he wipes and cleanses our minds like one who wipes off a mirror. That which is being given is never wasted, it increases more and more. If the well is dug up deeper and water is pumped out, it becomes pure and has abundance of water. For the sake of pleasure in one birth, if one gives thousands of births, an intelligent man, through the meritorious deed of charitable gifts, amasses in a single birth all the happiness and pleasure of thousand births. Oh, a foolish man does not gift away wealth because he is afraid of poverty in this world. An intelligent man gifts away wealth because he is afraid of the same in the other world. That's a poverty in the other world. What will those persons resorting to what is fragile and brittle do with their wealth? The body for the sake of which they desire wealth itself is not permanent. Formerly, the two syllable nasti, there is nothing, had been habitually repeated by them. They had, that means, I will not give, nasty. So that had become adverse to them. Now, with a two syllable, he, please give. Nasty is, I will not give. He is, please give. And they are begging with the word he, because in the past they told, when some people came to them begging, they told nasty, I will not give you, and now they end up begging he. All the people who beg enlighten a miser thus, give, give. This is the result of not giving. This is why we are begging. May not you too be like this. It is for helping the donor himself that the supplicant says, "Give me," since the donor goes up to the heaven and the donee stands below. The following persons are born so because they have not given anything in charity. They are indigent persons, sickly ones, foolish ones, and those who run errand for others. They are always victims of misery. A rich man who does not give in charity, a poor man who is not an ascetic, does not perform penance. These two should be thrown into water after tying a big rock around their neck. That means an ascetic should be always involved in penance, while a rich man should be always involved in giving the charity. One in 100 is born as a heroic warrior. One in 1,000 is a scholar. One in 100,000 is a orator. Or a donor may or may not be born at all. The earth is sustained by these seven cows, brahmanas, Vedas, Thursday women, truthful persons, persons who are not greedy, and those who habitually gift away, known as donors. Sibi, the son of Ushinara, went to heaven from here after dedicating his limbs and his own bosom born son for the sake of Brahmana. Since he gifted away his own eyes to Brahmana, Tardhana, the Lord of Kashi, attained unparalleled renown both here and hereafter. Nimi of the land of Videha gave his kingdom to Brahmanas. Jamadagnya, that is Parashurama, gave the earth and Gaya, the earth along with the cities. When Paranjaya, the god of rain, did not shower, Vasishtha, the creator of abodes for all living beings, enlivened the subjects like Prajapati. Brahmadatta, the king of Panchala territory, the most excellent one among intelligent persons, gave the treasure Shankha to eminent Brahmanas and attained heaven. The saintly king Sahasrajit of great fame forsook his dear life for the sake of Brahmanas and attained very excellent worlds. These and many other who were tranquil in their minds and who had conquered their sense organs went to the world of Rudra due to their devotion to Stanu and their charitable gift. As long as this earth will exist, the reputation of these persons will remain well established. Thinking thus, you should seek the essential thing, be devoted to Sthanu, that is Shiva, and the holy rite of charitable gift. Katyayana too eschewed his delusion and was devoted to Sthanu, the Shiva, and the holy rite of charitable gift. Narada then said, on hearing this story recounted by Sushravas, the lotus born deity was much filled with tears of joy. He praised him again and again. Well said, O dear one, this is thus and not otherwise. Naraswata spoke the truth. Similarly, this Shruti is also true. Give monetary gift is a shield into unto Agnas. In this world, all living beings derive livelihood from donors. The dispelled enemies through gifts. Through gifts, enemies become friends. Everything is established in gift. Hence, they speak of dana or the gift as the greatest holy act. In the terrible ocean of worldly existence, which is disturbed and turbid due to the billows of dharma and adharma, one should resort to dana. It is made like a ship. It is often after thinking thus that Brahmanas were established by me at Pushkara. In Krita Yuga, Brahmanas were established by Sri. and Hari between Ganga and Yamuna in the middle land, most excellent one among the knowers of Vedas were established by Sri Gauri, Nagaras were established by Rudra, and Shakti Purbhavas, Shaktas were established by Parvati. Similarly, Brahmanas were established at Srimala by Lakshmi. Thus, these and other agraharas, that is, villages gifted to Brahmanas, were provided by excellent suras with a desire for uplifting the world. We do not have any desire for the benefit of the holy rite of dana, O excellent suras. It is for the sake of protecting good people that dana has been glorified by us. Brahmanas who have been allotted proper abodes uplift the other three castes by means of other three varnas by, by other three varnas by means of instructions of various sorts in the matter of pity and virtue. Therefore, Brahmanas are extremely worthy of adoration. Dana is of four types: Dana, Utsarga, Kalpita, and Samshruta. They are of different nature. They have been glorified in this order. The gift of tanks, wells, and lakes, trees, educational institutions, temples, monasteries, water booths, houses, fields. This is called Utsarga. If any man were to perform any meritorious rite while resorting to these, 1/6 of the merit accruing therefrom is obtained by the Brahmana who has gifted the same. Among all these, settling the Brahmanas in a good place is the greatest. Settling deities also is an act of dharma because it has not that at its root the share of the, because whenever you are settling a deity in a particular place, it is necessary that you need to locate few brahmanas also there, so they both are related to each other. The share of the ancestors of the donor in the merit remains as long as the temple laws and the abode of brahmana remains steady. This is a small form of trade, an investment yielding much benefit. When old ruins are restored and renewed, the benefit is stated to be double the same. Hence, I too say this, O excellent Suras, there is nothing equal to Dana. What Saraswata said was true. Then finally, Narada said, the Suras applauded what had been said by Saraswata, and the lotus born Lord Pitamaha Brahma said approvingly, well said, well said. The Suras and I were struck with wonder. Then, when the assembly dispersed, I sat on a slab on the beautiful top of Meru and thought that thus, Virinchi means Brahma spoke the truth. Why does he live? Why does he live? He by whom not a single thing has been done whereby he could have the satisfaction of having done the duty. Therefore, how can I clearly perform the rite of charitable gift? My only asset is a loin cloth and a staff. I don't have even a little of wealth. If one gives to the non deserving person, or if one does not give to the deserving person, then the person will incur the sin. Hence, the holy rite of charitable gift is a difficult one because one has to distinguish between the deserving and the non deserving. If a gift is made at the proper place and time to a deserving person with a pure mind of what is acquired by justifiable means, benefit is enjoyed at the time of youth. If the gift is made with tamasa attitude or in an angry mood, the benefit is enjoyed while he is in the womb. There is no doubt about it. Even during boyhood, the benefit is enjoyed. If the gift made out of arrogance or hypocrisy, if the gift is made with unjustly acquired wealth, or if it is made with an ulterior motive, the man enjoys the benefit during the old age. There is no doubt about it. Hence, gift is to be made in this manner. The time and place must be proper. The person receiving must be deserving. The gift should be made in accordance with the injunctions. Wealth should have been acquired by fair and auspicious means. There must be respect for the recipient in the man taking the gift. He should not have roguish tendency or stubbornness. How can this take place in the state of poverty? The ancient sages, devoid of impurities, have spoken truthful words. A man devoid of wealth has neither this world nor the other world at any rate. People see an indigent person standing by as a despicable one. Poverty is a sin in this world. Who dares or deserves to praise it? A fallen man is pitied by all. Poor man is also pitied. A man who is bodily lean is not actually lean. Lean are those who are deficient in horses, wealth, servants, and guests. Only such person is called Trisha or lean. A man with plenty of wealth is highly praiseworthy in the world, though his family may be bad one. An indigent person is censured even if his family is on a par with the bright moon. People who have become superior in knowledge, those who have grown rich with penance, those people who have acquired vast learning, all these stand at the doorway of one who is rich in the and who is rich in and has accumulated wealth as his servants. Although in the three worlds wealth is not averse to us, it yields fruit only when solicited by another. I thought over all these things clearly. I looked ahead for a suitable place. After thinking in various ways, I wandered over countries, villages, cities, and many hermitages. There I got a place which was good and where I could settle the Brahmanas. Thus ended chapter 2 of Kaumarika Khanda under the Maheshwara Khanda in Skanda Purana. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puravasini, Swamaham Prarthaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.